coming up on this edition of ATV News.
The conference we convened today is different.
We'll show you why people from around the world say this session of General Conference was special.
They got stopped and that truck rolled back into me.
One driver describes the moments before a semi crossed the line in Logan Canyon.
Down to earth, approachable, kind.
We'll show you the tribute to the professor who helped keep connections alive.
You may be laying out today. I'll show you what could stop you from doing that this weekend.
Have you been worried about whether or not your favorite player is returning this basketball season? I'll tell you which ones have already re-signed in sports.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
From the campus of Utah State University in Logan, Utah, the Department of Communication and Media presents the award-winning newscast, ATV News.
I've never seen so many faithful people together at once.
Thousands of people from around the world gathered in Salt Lake City for General Conference for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Erica Mejia.
And I'm Kaylee Moss. Thousands of people traveled to Salt Lake City and millions more watched around the world to sustain the new prophet for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Alivia Archibald joins us live from the quad. Alivia, you were at General Conference.
That's right, Kaylee. I cover conference in person, but you didn't have to go down to Salt Lake to watch it. It was broadcast to over 200 countries around the world, and no matter where you were, members of the Church of Jesus Christ were asked to stand and sustain Dallin H. Oaks as their new prophet and president.
The conference we convened today is different because it begins with what we call a solemn assembly.
A historic meeting.
It's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Sustaining Dallin H. Oaks as the prophet and president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A solemn assembly happens the first time a prophet is formally sustained in the church.
All in favor, please manifest it.
Led by his counselor, D. Todd Christofferson, each quorum and group in the church was invited to stand and raise their hand as a visible show of support.
I know that he's a prophet. He can talk with God and let us know what he gonna do for us.
I've never seen so many faithful people together at once.
It was really special when we all stand up together. I felt the spirit so strong, and I feel that I was part of something amazing.
Thousands of people are leaving the conference center. They came from all around the world, and some of the people we spoke to say that their favorite part was standing together with people who share their beliefs.
Looking at the different cultures and people that are part of the church is just so beautiful to me. This really is like a worldwide church.
There's just a joyous feeling with the sun shining and so many people from all over the world who have come to listen to the prophets.
People say another highlight from this conference was celebrating Easter Sunday in the presence of prophets and apostles.
I like today because it's Easter and it's speaking about Jesus. It's for people to remember Jesus and God.
I love to testify to my children that Jesus is the Christ, and we have prophets here on the earth, and they got to see them in person.
It's just something special to see people face to face, and you can kind of relate to them a little bit more.
It's very fun when you are in a conference.
General Conference is held twice a year in the conference center, and you can watch the next session in October. Reporting live, Alivia Archibald, ATV News. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Alivia.
Utah college students will pay more for tuition next year. The Utah Board of Higher Education approved a system-wide tuition and fee increase for the 2026-2027 school year. The final approved increase comes out to a 2.82% average, which is 0.14% lower than what was originally proposed. At Utah State University, students can expect a 3.22% increase, adding roughly $286 a year for full-time students. Among four-year schools, the University of Utah saw the highest increase, followed by Utah State, while Weber had the lowest.
Logan Canyon is open. It was closed for 2 hours after a head-on crash. Troopers say on Thursday a snowplow was damaged after a semi drifted across the line and hit the plow head on. The impact crushed the front of the semi, damaging the front left tire. Troopers say the semi driver lost his way in a whiteout.
I got stopped and that truck rolled back into me.
Troopers say low visibility contributed to the crash. There were no serious injuries. After crews cleared the traffic started moving again.
After months of signature gathering, verifying, and removal, Proposition 4 will not return to the ballot this November. Alivia Archibald, who was just with us live, spoke to USU students involved with the effort to find out why the redistricting issue is still being debated after 8 years.
Oh my gosh! What's happening?
If you've been on USU campus this year, you may have seen these signature gatherers working to send Proposition 4 back to the ballot.
Prop 4 was the initiative to have an independently drawn Utah district map.
I think it's a little bit deceptive in their claims of being nonpartisan.
Kelly is a USU student with Utahns for Representative Government, a group that wants to repeal Prop 4.
I think that map is gerrymandered. We have a donut hole around Salt Lake now.
Some opponents of Prop 4 are unhappy with the new map, but that's not the only reason they want to repeal the measure.
Given all that sole authority to a 7-person, unelected, unaccountable, untransparent group of people who don't represent Utahns and aren't held accountable.
Article 9, Section 1 of our state's constitution very explicitly says that power is given to our state's legislature.
We aren't able to have them hear our voices, and we're not allowed to vote them out of their position.
If Prop 4 were a toy car, here's what its journey would look like. It started in 2018 when a group called Better Boundaries put Prop 4 on the ballot, and it was voted in by the people. Then in 2020, the legislature added an amendment, and that made the committee advisory. Then in 2022, 2 voter groups sued the legislature over the amendment, and in 2025, a court ruled the amendment unconstitutional because it interfered with a bill voted in by the people. And that's what led Utahns for Representative Government to start collecting signatures to put Prop 4 back on the ballot. County clerks verified each signature individually, and signature gatherers said they had more than enough to meet the threshold.
We have 21 days now from the 15th of February for the entire state to verify all the signatures. After those signatures are verified, and then they'll determine if they meet the threshold or not.
I don't know if you saw it.
While signatures were verified,
people feel misled. People feel like they didn't know what they were signing.
Volunteers with a group called Burn, Brave Utahns Rapid Response Network, helped people remove their name from the petition.
I remember signing something, I just don't remember anything about it. They probably explained it in a way where it sounded like a good thing.
They were saying that they were opposed to gerrymandering, which is like blatantly untrue.
I would argue that their map is more gerrymandered just because it has all of your demographic kind of in one area.
After hundreds of thousands of signature verifications and thousands removed from the ballot, the initiative failed, meaning Prop 4 will not be on the ballot this November.
It's disappointing that it failed. I don't know if this will happen or not, but I hope a special session is called to kind of look at it maybe again. I hope that at least for this year we can find common ground with whatever Democrat is elected in that seat.
Alivia Archibald, ATV News.
For more information about Proposition 4, you can check out our Facebook page.
Miss USU was crowned yesterday, and she is a songwriter. Student Alumni Association put on Miss USU yesterday. They started off with the talent portion, and each woman performed a talent, from dancing to playing the flute. All of these women represent a club or major that is part of USU. After the talent portion, they did a walk across the stage with someone close to them. Then they were asked different questions, and one was, what does the spirit of USU mean to you? The judges then took 20 minutes to decide. The first award was Miss Congeniality, which was Berkeley Pitcher, who was Miss Education and Human Services. The Miss People's Choice Award went to Carly Veely, who was Miss Business. The second attendant is Eliza Thaxton, who represented Miss SAA. First attendant is Natalie Hartley, who was Miss Athlete. And Miss USU 2026 is Presley May Whitesides. But she didn't write her own songs for the talent portion.
I feel like this is definitely an outlet where you can express creativity and love for the Aggie community and contribute to that community. So I'm beyond stoked. I'm so excited.
Presley started her reign yesterday and will be Miss USU until next year.
And here at the desk we have Weather's ATV, Cadence Mitchell.
Hey guys, how are you?
And you were there last night, Cadence.
Yes,
how was it?
I was, and it was so amazing, and it was so fun to see all the girls out there performing. It was awesome.
And what did Presley do for her talent?
So she did like a mixture of singing and dancing, and she said
Okay.
it was kind of out of her comfort zone, but she killed it. She did an amazing job.
So cool. Okay, it is just so fun this time of year when it's warm and there's all of these student events. People are back outside and back doing things.
And we're gonna look at our currents right now because someone is pulling a wagon with horses, and the current temperature is 68 degrees.
One time I hit a seagull.
We'll show you why Old Main is getting a little more crowded.
I was excited. I was, nervous.
We'll show you what this new business specializes in.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Welcome to this edition of ATV Weather. I'm Cadence Mitchell, and it looks like we're having some technical difficulties, so you might be only hearing my voice, which is super sad because I'm wearing a really cute top. But first we're looking at the national radar, and you can see that we have some rain coming in from up north, from Canada down to Michigan, Iowa, Kansas, up there in that area. Then if you go down south, we got some rain in Florida. And then we're gonna look over at our state radar. And it's looking very dry because today is a very nice, beautiful day. As you saw earlier, there was people outside on the quad. And yeah, it's looking very dry. But now we're gonna look over at our 7-day forecast. So today we had a high of 66 with a low of 43 and mostly sunny outside. Tomorrow we're looking at a little bit of rain, which is about 20%, and our high is gonna be 71 with a low of 45. On Friday, it's supposed to be sunny again, thank the heavens, and it's gonna be 75 degrees with a low of 49. Saturday though, we're gonna have a ton of rain the next couple of days, and Saturday we have 75% chance of rain with a high of 67 and a low of 40. On Sunday, we have a 50% chance of rain with a high of 56 and a low of 40. Then on Monday, we have 45% chance of rain and a high of 50 and a low of 30. And then Tuesday is 45% chance of rain with a high of 54 and a low of 30.
A lot of rain.
I know, guys,
Thank you,
I'm actually
Cadence.
really sad that there's a ton of rain.
Yeah, but the top is cute.
Oh, thank
So
you.
cute.
Yes, you guys can see me now.
It's so
but
cute.
Thank you guys. But crazy rain, I know.
A professor who changed the ways of connections was celebrated on Monday. Cadence Mitchell shows you who.
About 100 people are gathered in the Mahedi Haravi Global Teaching and Learning Center for the celebration of the life of Professor Norman Jones.
Norm had this feeling that there's always another spot at the table. Everybody is welcome, and we need more people to be included rather than less.
Professor Jones taught history and served as the department head of the USU History Department for 18 years. Professor Jones was
down to earth, approachable, kind, loving, a really faithful person.
Really warm, genuine person who was interested in a lot of things.
He had the best smile. He was kind. He was empathetic. He listened to you. So when you're talking to him and you're explaining what experience you're having in, I don't know, English 1010 or something, he's listening to what you're saying.
Light is something Professor Jones wanted to share with students. He helped with the Gen Ed classes, and when Connections lost their funding, he came up with the Luminary.
He also stepped in when our Connections program, which is our first year experience program, was going to, well, it lost funding. And he stepped in and said, there's something really powerful Connections could be doing.
Norm was described as kind and an amazing mentor for all of his students.
I just never felt any sort of awkwardness or distance between him and me. He just was a lovely, wonderful, delightful person, which is like the perfect kind of person to have as a teacher.
What I've taken from him as a lasting influence is his emphasis on students.
Cadence Mitchell, ATV News.
You can donate to the Norm Jones Ancient Languages Laboratory Assistance on our Facebook page.
You might have noticed seagulls are taking over Old Main, and it happens every Easter. A single bird watches from above as Easter traditions take over the hill. Kids roll eggs down, others try to catch them. But what falls doesn't always stay there. Seagulls swoop in, turning egg rolling into an easy meal. Yolks left behind quickly disappear.
The seagulls come and they pick up the mess mostly.
And while some birds help clean up, others just get in the way.
One time I hit a seagull in its wing and it kind of hurt it. So now I don't like seagulls because they're always in the way and I'm scared that I'm gonna hit it.
And while the eggs may not last long, some say the seagulls do, leaving their mark on rooftops long after Easter ends.
This small business opened less than a month ago and specializes in Guatemalan coffee and pastries. I took a closer look behind the scenes to see how they run shop.
Right next to a busy road is one of Cache Valley's newest additions, Que Chilero.
Anything else for you?
I love coffee. I can't leave without drinking coffee. Like I can drink like 4 or 5 cups a day. This one that says Guatemala.
From Guatemala, Mejia recalls his roots to coffee and how it's always been a part of him, and his wife's plan to take this next step in opening a business.
We said, okay, we're gonna put a coffee shop. We want Guatemalan beans to show Cache Valley our roots.
The beans aren't the only thing showcasing these roots. Their logo is native to Guatemala.
In the logo, you can find our national bird, that is the quetzal, and you can find our national flower, that is the monja blanca. One of the things that I always said is if you don't go out of your comfort zone, you will never find out. So yeah, that's how we decided to, hey, let's start a business.
To make things even more convenient, their business also acts as a drive-through. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, $5.90.
Awesome, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Hard work and planning went into Que Chilero, but one thing that Mejia trusts in is
Trust God in everything that you have. Trust Him in your plans, and He will show up.
Que Chilero is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. You can find them across the street from Beto's in Smithfield.
And Leah Walker joins us at the desk with ATV Sports.
Yes.
Some exciting things coming up.
I know, there is a lot of really fun things that I'm going to share with all of you, but nobody likes surprises being spoiled, so I'll just tease you a little bit with what's going on.
We wanted this for all of us. We're sure we competed for each other.
What's making these tennis players jump up and down? I'll show you in sports.
and I love seeing what they come up with.
Turning art into clothes, we'll show you how art in a museum might inspire the design of your next outfit.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids, this isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt. And to follow the swimming rules. You're always looking out for me and trying to keep me safe.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer? Here in the garage.
Closet. Shoebox. Under the bed. Where anyone can get to it. How safe is that?
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Tennis team celebrating after winning the Mountain West Championships. The victory was so sweet, they kissed their trophy. Welcome to this edition of ATV Sports. I'm Leah Walker, and you're not. USU men's tennis beat Grand Canyon this weekend 4-1.
It's a blessing, really. It's an absolute opportunity to be here with these guys. It's been great so far.
The team says they will bring that sportsmanship into their next match against Boise State on April 11th. You may have heard speculation circulating over the past few weeks whether Mason Foslove will stay after Coach Calhoun left. The official USU basketball team Instagram confirms Foslove will play for his USU senior year.
We're all just like talking about next season, you know, point guard coming back, you know, senior year, like the GOAT, like we got this.
USU put out this disco highlight reel to celebrate their MVP player. They also posted this graphic confirming the hyphen affirms that he re-signed. Utah State and Cache Valley fans flooded Instagram with their excited comments after he re-signed instead of resigned. The USU herd commented saying, "Have you heard? Our glorious mayor has won re-election, and there is rejoicing in Logan." Another comment stated, "Build the statue," claiming that Foslove needs his own statue here on campus. A USU student said Foslove will be the last person to wear a number 12 jersey regarding his legacy here. This comment gave him a new middle name, Loyalty, after he chose to stay another season. Another comment calling him the GOAT. And finally, our own basketball player Carson Templin showed his excitement for the new season, with Foslove saying, "Let's do this thing." Templin will also be playing this fall season with Utah State despite the recent change in coaches. He will continue to play as a forward. And Braden Bowe has also re-signed playing guard and keeping his number 4 jersey. The gymnastics team made the NCAA regionals in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This was their first time at regionals since 2022, and they placed 4th.
Wow. Thank you, Aaliyah.
Yes!
I know, I'm so excited that lots of the players are returning, and clearly the students are too.
I know,
Yeah.
and Kingston Tosi also re-signed, so that came out when I was doing the sports day. That's super exciting. Everybody is also super excited for him to play. I'm excited to see what he can do this season.
Can't wait.
That is so awesome. USU students in a pattern making class created miniature fashion designs inspired by artwork displayed in the Nora Eccles Harrison Museum of Art. The students bring their designs to life starting at the drawing board, then to the sewing machine, and finally to the display.
Here they get to explore their creativity a little bit more, and make things maybe that they wouldn't generally get to make.
The students picked out parts of the artwork that they liked and turned it into clothing. Emily drew inspiration from this desert landscape with mountains. She says her design extends from the lines and the colors and overall vibes of the painting.
When I'm in the desert, I like kind of that hippie feeling of like being free and just being able to move around. And so with that tiered skirt too, it's just kind of that idea of flowiness. And then again, the tiers bring back in the structure of the mountains as well.
Each fashion design pulls from a different art piece. This one is inspired by art modeling Western landscapes. This one is inspired by painting of Smokey Bear. This one is inspired by a rock found on the range, and this one was inspired by the last bear shot in Logan Canyon called Old Ephraim. The Art of Fashion exhibit officially opens Friday, April 10th at the Nora Eccles Harrison Museum of Art.
Frisbee golf, or frolf, is one of the fastest growing sports in America. A student from Multimedia Boot Camp, Todd Rigby, shows us the new Frisbee golf course under construction in Hiram.
I believe that disc golf is one of the fastest growing sports in America.
Almost went in the water.
As the weather continues to warm up, Bandits Cove Disc Golf Course in Hiram, Utah continues to see more and more golfers show up to play, even some professional level players.
In going to World Championships, we had to travel to some incredibly big courses, and this course ranks right up there with them.
Although considered one of the best disc golf courses in northern Utah, Bandits Cove is also considered one of the hardest.
It's really challenging, super challenging course, but it's good for beginners too, advanced players. We all have a good time out here.
Hidden within Blacksmith Ford Canyon, right next to the river, Bandits Cove has many features that make it unique.
Most courses have a signature hole that they're known by. This course probably has 8 signature holes that any course would love to have that one single hole.
Some players are frustrated, however, as some holes of the course are yet to be completed.
You know, it definitely shortens the whole playing experience, but I think when they get those in, it'll really be a pro course, a pro level one out here.
Whether you're wanting to enjoy a fun casual game of disc golf or something a little more competitive, Bandits Cove has options for your afternoon activity. Todd Rigby, ATV News.
The course creator says he's still waiting for approval from the state to fully complete the course, but you can play holes 2 through 17 right now.
Thank you for watching this edition of ATV News.
You can watch this and other editions on our Facebook page. We're going to leave you with more shots of the Art of Fashion exhibit.
Have a great week, Cache Valley.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes
kids
you.
how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman.
You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.